Hello everybody and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me here today. In today's video, we are going to be talking about quadrilaterals and all the different types of quadrilaterals. So first of all, what is a quadrilateral? Well, a quadrilateral is a four-sided polygon. It's a four-sided polygon, and it has an interior angle measurement of 360 degrees. 360 degrees for the total interior angle measurement. And the word quadrilateral literally means four lines. Quad is the suffix that means four rather, and lateral means the word line. So quadrilateral literally translates into four lines. Now, there's a lot of different types of quadrilaterals. I'm sure you all are familiar with our good friend, the square. The square is our regular quadrilateral in that all the sides and angle measures are equal. This is our square. I'm sure you all are also familiar with something like a rectangle. But there's a lot of other quadrilaterals that you might not be familiar with, such as a rhombus or a trapezoid or a kite. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about all the different types of quadrilaterals, and we're going to show how we can categorize them. So quadrilaterals are typically put into three different types of categories. The first type of category is the category where the quadrilateral has two pairs of parallel lines. In this category is called, rightfully so, the parallelograms. So all parallelograms have two sets of parallel lines. Now, what does a parallelogram look like? Well, generically, it looks something like this, where we have two sets of parallel lines. Grabbed the wrong tool there. Where the top and bottom set of lines are parallel, and the left and right set of lines are also parallel. This shape is called a parallelogram. Now we can get even more specific than this. The parallelogram kind of has two junctures. Here there is a page break, but one juncture is our good friend, the rectangle, which we've already mentioned. So a rectangle also has two pairs of parallel lines. However, the rectangle also has all 90-degree angle measurements. So if a parallelogram has all 90-degree angle measurements, it's called a rectangle. And then another special type of parallelogram is called a rhombus. And a rhombus is interesting in that all four sides of a rhombus, definitely didn't draw that perfectly. Let me try again for my rhombus. So a rhombus, all four sides of the rhombus are the same length. There we go, this looks better. So all four sides of the rhombus are the same length. And then if both of the attributes of our rhombus and our rectangle come together, if we combine the attributes of our rhombus and our rectangle, where we have all 90-degree angles and all of our side lengths are equal, then we have our good friend, the square. Okay, so this is why you might have heard the expression that all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. That's because a square is a special type of rectangle. It's the type of rectangle that has all same side lengths. You could also say the same thing for a square and a rhombus, whereas all squares are rhombuses. However, not all rhombi are squares, because squares have the same side lengths, but a square is a rhombus with 90-degree angle measures for each of their angles. Okay, so this is the first type of quadrilateral, the parallelogram, where, again, quick recap, we have the parallelogram where we have two sets of parallel lines. Then we have the rectangle where each of our angle measures is 90 degrees. We have the rhombus where each of our side lengths are the same. And then we have the square, which is both a rectangle and a rhombus. It's where all of our angles are 90 degrees and all of our side lengths are the same value. Very good. The next category we have, well, we just talked about the quadrilaterals with two pairs of parallel lines. Now let's talk about the quadrilaterals with one pair of parallel lines. Excellent. So this category, this is our trapezoid category. So in our trapezoid category, we really only have two types of trapezoids. And again, a trapezoid is a quadrilateral which has one set of parallel lines. That's the attribute for a trapezoid. However, there is a special trapezoid, and that special trapezoid is, here, let's draw it out. It is an isosceles trapezoid. An isosceles trapezoid, it's similar to what you might think when you think of an isosceles triangle. So this is an isosceles, oops, I grabbed the wrong tool. This is an isosceles trapezoid. And it's a trapezoid in that we have one pair of parallel lines, and it's isosceles in that the left and the right hand side are the same length. Okay, so this is an isosceles triangle, or I'm sorry, this is an isosceles trapezoid. Very, very, very excellent. Now there's one more category of quadrilaterals. This category contains 0 pairs of parallel lines. Okay, so there's only one special type of shape that has 0 pairs of parallel lines and is a quadrilateral, and that shape is called a kite. So a kite looks something like this. This is a kite. And a kite can be thought of as two congruent triangles which share a base. Here, this dotted line, we can kind of separate out our two triangles, and we can see that it's two congruent triangles that are put together to form a quadrilateral. And in that these are two congruent triangles, we have two sides, or two pairs of sides rather, that have the same length. Okay, so that's the special attribute for a kite. We have two sides, or two pairs of sides rather, that have the same length. Two pairs equal in length which touch one another. That is what a kite is. Notice how it's different from the rectangle. Here, let's quickly draw a rectangle. It's different from the rectangle, where the rectangle also has two pairs of sides that are equal in length. However, the difference is that with the kite, the pair of sides that are equal in length are right next to each other, where in the rectangle, they're on opposite sides. So that's the difference between the rectangle and the kite. Also, that the rectangle is a parallelogram in that it has two pairs of parallel lines as well. So there you go, guys. There are all your different types of quadrilaterals. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.